You ever wonder why some of the bloodlines they come up with for sorcerers weren't actually put into like the original stuff, even though the creatures that the bloodlines generally come from are legendary and just oh so badass? Well, today I want to talk about a bloodline. Maybe you got time for it, maybe you don't. Stay tuned to find out.
Dun 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 dun. B-sides.
Hello and welcome to Pathfinder B-Sides. I am your host, Professor Phoenix. Today we're going to be going over the Phoenix Sorcerer Bloodline. I know you guys are just like, you're just doing this because your name is Phoenix. And yes, Phoenixes are like super duper awesome and cool, and I was really stoked when they did this bloodline. I meant to make a character using the bloodline, and then I forgot about it until like this morning, and I wanted to take a second to share my love of the Phoenix with you guys. So, without any further ado, let's go for the flavor text from the D20 PFSRD. One of your ancestors bore witness to a phoenix's resurrection and formed a bond with the magical creature. The resurrecting flames still course through your veins, surging with power. Yep, pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's about right. So, the class skill you get for this bloodline is going to be Knowledge Arcana, which makes sense. It is a magical creature that their blood is flowing through your veins. So, like, I like it. I like the idea if you just have like a innate knowledge of magical creatures. Yeah. The bonus spells you're going to be getting for this bad boy is going to be Color Spray, See Invisibility, Magic Circle Against Evil, Wall of Fire, Break Enchantment, Path of the Winds, Firebrand, Prismatic Wall, and Fiery Body. Each of these spells do break out some pretty sweet stuff. I am a little curious as to why Resurrection isn't on this list, but, you know, we'll get an answer for that in a little bit. The bonus feats you'd get to choose from are going to be Dodge, Elemental Focus, Fire, Fast Healer, Improved Initiative, Iron Will, Mobility, Quicken Spell, Skill Focus, Knowledge Arcana. With a lot of these will help you live longer, go first, and have a little bit more, I'm going to go with a little bit more speed, because life is short. That's what it feels like. Haha, even though it's a phoenix. Yup. So the Bloodline Arcana that's associated with this is going to be when casting any spell that deals fire damage, you can instead heal your targets. The spell deals no damage, and living creatures affected by the spell instead regain a number of hit points equal to half the fire damage the spell would normally deal. So that's pretty cool. Like earlier we were talking about the Wall of Fire, which is a 9th level spell. Like not 9th level, but like 4th level that you get at 9th level. Let's say you drop that Wall of Fire, right? Your teammates will be running through it, getting 2d6 points of fire damage plus 1 per caster level. So at 9th level it'd be 2d6 plus 9, which, you know, converts half of that to healing. I'm not saying it's the best healing. You are by no means a cleric, but you are cleric adjacent with your fire damage being converted into sweet healing. So that's something you get for free for having the for having the bloodline. That's pretty legit. So also you get bloodline powers, which the Phoenix is an elemental creature of sky and primal fire, and its blood within you sings with a similar power. Huh. Okay. I see what you did there. Don't understand why that's included in this. Maybe for the people that don't know what a Phoenix is, but I mean, if you don't know what a Phoenix is, why would you be looking at this bloodline and being like, huh, well, I guess it's a thing that heals and does fire. Huh. So, anyways, the first ability you would be getting with this bloodline is going to be the Unseen World, which is a supernatural ability. At first level, you gain Detect Magic and Read Magic as spells known. At 5th level, the Phoenix's blood drives you to find and save lost knowledge and magical items. As a swift action, you can automatically identify the properties of a non-cursed magic item you hold. You must still identify a cursed item as normal to correctly identify it as cursed. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your charisma modifier per day. You automatically identify an item No more detect magic, rolling spellcraft, and then appraise, and then hoping that your GM isn't being a dick and being like, no, you don't get to know. Or you think it's a ring of regeneration, but really it's a ring of degeneration, right? Right? Yeah. Yep. So that's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty good for a first level ability. Most of the time you'd get something like claws that makes no sense for a sorcerer unless you're going for a strength build into a dragon disciple. But that's just my opinion. Next up, at 3rd level, you get Emulation, which is a supernatural ability. At 3rd level, you gain the ability to surround yourself in fire as a swift action. This fire burns for a number of rounds per day equal to your character level plus your charisma bonus. These rounds do not have to be consecutive. Any unarmed attacks you make while affected by Immolation deals an additional 1d6 points of fire damage, and any creature that ends its turn adjacent to you while you're affected by Immolation also takes 1d6 points of fire damage. So it's pretty swank, I guess is what I'm saying. Let's say at level 3 you would have, generally as a sorcerer, you better have a 16 and up charisma. So you'd be getting at least 3 rounds of fire that'd be surrounding yourself. So that's at least 3 rounds a day. And I know it's not long, but it is helpful in maybe pushing something off of you. Yeah. At least a goblin, right? The goblin's going to be like, fire, ooh, pretty. And then the goblin touches you and goes, I've made bad life choices, and dies. So there's that. And then at 9th level, you get Vermillion Rings, which is a supernatural ability. At 9th level, you gain the ability to grow a pair of phoenix wings from your back as a standard action. The wings grant you a fly speed of 60 feet with good maneuverability. You can dismiss the wings as a free action. So this is probably the earliest you would be able to get actual wings that stay forever. This is not, you're getting wings that last minutes per level as per the fly spell. You're not getting fly per the fly spell. You're getting wings at about the same, maybe a couple levels after you would be getting fly, but still pretty cool. You get some sweet wings. Next up, we've got Restoring Flames, which is a spell-like ability. What? At 15th level, you can cast Greater Restoration once per day as a spell-like ability. So a little bit of information on that. So with Greater Restoration, basically you're getting the ability to remove all permanent and temporary negative levels. You're also getting rid of anything that's basically penalizing your abilities. You're curing all temporary ability damage and restoring all permanently drained ability scores. It gets rid of fatigue and exhaustion and removes insanity, confusion, and similar mental effects. This is normally a cleric spell that's a 7th level spell, so you're going to be getting it a couple levels after the party cleric. But hey, at least you're not having to use a spell slot for it. It's just once per day. It's a spell-like ability. And then finally, at 20th level, you're getting a supernatural ability called Rebirth. At 20th level, the full power of a phoenix erupts from within you if you perish. When you die, you are brought back to life as true resurrection after 1 minute. This ability can be used only once every 24 hours, and if you are slain again within this period, your death is permanent. So as far as a capstone ability goes, it's almost like having a true resurrection spell, but having it on a contingency of when you die, you get to be truly resurrected, but minus all that gold that you would have to pay to get that contingency done. And, you know, as a sorcerer, do you really want to take contingency when it's something you should be able to spell immediately? So, yeah, you get it for free. It's pretty swank. The Phoenix Sorcerer Bloodline looks pretty cool. I like that you have the ability to increase your DCs for your fire damage with your feats. You have dodge, so that way if you do get attacked, you can avoid it. You've got fast healer that basically lets you gain additional hit points equal to your constitution modifier, and that's through like normal sleeping in a bed or when you're awake and someone heals you. You get some pretty decent spells as far as Bloodline goes. You're not going to be OP with this spell list. You're not going to be OP with these feats, but you are going to have a fun time with this character. That's just my opinion. I do love me a good Phoenix, but, you know, I'm not biased or anything. My name is just Professor Phoenix. That's it, you know. So anyways, that was a quick Bloodline breakdown for the Phoenix Bloodline in the sorcerer class, which I guess technically you could take it as a blood rager or even a magus. So, you know, that's cool. You know, you've got options. Yeah, we're going to stay positive about this. I'm not sure how it would work with a dual bloodline, you know, sorcerer, but we'll get to that later. Anyways, we also are still working on some cool stuff. I have the Mythic video underway. Hopefully you should be seeing that sometime mid-April, maybe mid-May. It's going to be a ridiculously long video. I'm trying to break it up into smaller bits and pieces, but no promises. We have a Patreon that makes me feel like I'm loved. It's not necessary, and honestly, if you want to treat it like a tip jar, just pay once and be awesome. I'd appreciate it. It does help me get books. Maybe even a camera someday, so you don't just have to look at these really boring cards I keep putting up, right? Let's see. Then there's the Discord, where we talk smack, and generally you guys have the ability to say, hey, can you do an archetype video on this, or these rules really kind of bug me down, or can someone please finally break down how the grapple system works? Which I know there's like 18 million flow sheets, but still just having it spelled out with a couple of characters on a camera and just like having them battle like action figures, that sounds pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. That might be a thing I do. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments. BT Dubs, if you like this video, please let me know in the comments. Let me know you want to know more basic stuff like domains, inquisitions, bloodlines, things like that. I'll be more than happy to go into them. Let's see. There's going to be the square round square table coming up soon. Should be up maybe next week after that. It'll be up soon. And then, yeah, I feel like that's that. If you really enjoy my videos and want to see more content, hit that sweet subscribe button and then click the bell so that way you know when I put something out. I'm generally pretty good about giving you a day's heads up of something cool coming out. And that's it. Come join the Discord. Let's play video games. You guys take it easy and keep gaming.